Hi guys, welcome back to another tutorial on procedural foliage tips for ArcViz. Myself Srinivasan Lakshmanan, an architect with a passionate towards ArcViz and architectural presentation. Without wasting time, let's move on to the video. This video is a continuation to my last tutorial, procedural foliage for ArcViz, where I have explained about how to create different type of procedural foliage spawner from scratch for ArcViz projects. If you are not familiar with that concept, please do refer my last video and I am putting that link in the description below. In this video, we are going to see two concepts using procedural foliage. One, if we have a complex curvilinear pattern, how to spawn different types of foliage without modifying the volume. Second, how to create design options for landscape. In my last video, we saw how to modify the shape of the spawner volume to create patterns, right? But I figured it out another simple and easy way to do a complex pattern. I have created a simple 3D model with some minimum extrusion. I have created a pattern for grass, hedge, shrubs, pebble bed, trees with simple shape with some dummy materials assigned to it for identification. I'm going to separate each foliage pattern as a separate static mesh in Unreal Engine. Moving on to Unreal Engine 5. I have taken ArcViz template and imported City Park Environment, Kite Demo and Megascans Meadow Pack already loaded in the project, and you can pick foliage as per your choice. I am creating a new level with the default light and removing the dummies. In our static mesh, I have modeled only the landscape area patterns, but I left the ground open. The reason behind is I am going to use the landscape terrain as a base with paver block texture variations. Let's create the terrain and use the default settings. I am going to use the landscape material from City Park collection for my flat terrain. As a first step, we need to create the procedural foliage spawner for each foliage types with densely packed settings. And these settings may vary based on the static mesh size. Let's jump in and take a closer look at the foliage density. Feel free to experiment on different foliage types to create your own preference. A small tip from my end for a densely packed foliage. Go to the settings, go to collision and make collision radius and shade radius 0. If you need some spacing, Keep increasing the radius. Go under clustering, increase num step and initial seed density. Make a note that if your static mesh is big, the foliage will spill out from the boundary, and you can reduce the scale and modify the settings as per your choice. If your foliage is large, go to the growth settings and reduce the size to 0.5 for your 50% reduction. For a uniform cut grass, keep the minimum and maximum values same. And if you need a variations in the grass growth, you can keep the minimum and maximum value different, say 1 and 2 or 1 and 3, based on your preference. If we have a curve pattern and modifying the volume with that perfect curve is a time consuming activity, right? I too faced that issue. And after spending few hours on editing the volume, you will get even frustrated if there is a change in the design. It always happens, right, in architectural projects. Even I do change the patterns till I'm fully satisfied. Is there a way to automate this process? The answer is yes. Level streaming. Level streaming is mostly used for lighting scenarios and level optimization. Somehow I'm using this concept for landscape. Let's see how to use this concept. I'm saving the current level as master landscape and I'm removing all the volumes. Keep only the landscape terrain. Save and close. Create a new blank level and import your first static mesh pattern, say grass 1. Here I am using the Datasmith plugin to import my Revit models. Don't worry about the materials while import, and we are going to hide this in our final level. Import the static mesh. Drag and drop your foliage volume and scale it to cover the entire scene. Go to details, resimulate. That's it. Keep the level as unlit so it will speed up the process. Do the same for all foliage type as different levels. All our foliages type like grass, hedge, stones, pebbles, trees, everything is done and we saved as a separate levels. Now open the master level, master landscape, and we are going to keep all the lighting, post-process volume, cameras, etc. in the same level except the foliage. Additional assets like environmental foliage outside the project area can be in the master level. We are going to import each levels using the level tabs. To access level tabs, go to the window and turn on levels. Go to levels, add existing, add all our layers like grass, hedge, trees, etc. into the main level. Make a note that our landscape terrain will be in a higher level. We need to take it down to 0, or you can match based on your levels. Once the terrain is matching with our ground level, we can proceed for the landscape painting. We'll paint some pavers, dirts, and other patches using the landscape material. Let's start. This is the final version of my level where you can see some variations in textures. You can paint textures as per your preference. Instead of vertex paint, I prefer landscape material. The performance is effective. I think this is one of the effective and easy way to automate the foliage spawn for a curve shapes. If you have any revisions, modify the static mesh, reload, go to that particular level and resimulate the foliage volume. We need to add some scripts in the level blueprint. Go to the levels, double click on the persistent level and open the level blueprint. In the event begin play, just we need to load the stream level. Right click, load stream level by name. In the level name, enter your level, grass 1A. Just check make visible after load. Like the same way, we need to load all the levels as per your master level. Let's move on to the next concept, design options. I'm going to swap pebble into a flower pattern and second purple color foliage into a brown foliage. So the concept, we need to save as the level and resimulate with the different foliage. And you need to load all the levels inside the master level. Then we need to go to the level blueprint, unload the old level and reload the new level. Hope these tips will help you to automate some of the foliages for the ArcViz project. Thanks for your valuable time. Bye.